Leo, welcome to your Mercury Retrograde reading. This is what does Spirit think would be beneficial for us to focus on during retrograde? Because I think this is important because we're a community that looks for signs, and Mercury going retrograde can cause some things to happen that we might misinterpret as signs. For instance, communication could break down. So if you're in a new relationship that started 6 months ago and all of a sudden you're not understanding each other, you might think, oh no, it's a sign, but it's really probably Mercury retrograde and we just need to be patient with each other. That would be one example. Another example would be if you just started a new business and I know a lot of the people that watch this channel are on a journey to start their own thing, and a lot of it's their mission work, their passion work. So you've just started this new business and all of a sudden your computer crashes, and so you go and you spend however much money and get it rebooted, and then it crashes again and you're like, oh no, this is a sign. No, it's likely Mercury retrograde. So that's why I thought it was important to do this reading, so that Spirit could lead us in what to focus on during the retrograde. There is an article down in the description that tells you all about Mercury retrograde, what it governs, what happens, different things like that. So it's not one of those, it's not a reading where I'm trying to say, oh no, watch out, the world's coming to an end. No, Mercury goes retrograde, I think, every quarter or so. So it's just like a time to reset things. So with that said, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us what energies Leo would benefit by focusing on during the Mercury retrograde. Show us what energies in health and wellness, family and friends, career and finance, and love, what energies would be beneficial for Leo to focus on. Okay, so in health and wellness, firm foundation, family and friends, choose wisely, and career and finance, trapped in fear, and love, memories of love. Okay, so we're going to get clarifiers for all of these energies and see, because sometimes I'll start talking about those energies, and whenever the clarifiers come out, it's like a whole different direction that Spirit wanted to go. So, but while I'm shuffling, I want to tell everybody thank you so much for the subscribes, the likes, all of that stuff, the comments, the shares. It's just been an incredible journey for me. I'll be 3 months old October the 5th. So, and I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. So guys, you have to help me. What can we do to celebrate that whenever we hit 10,000? Let me know in the comments. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show me clearly what specifically about these energies are you wanting to talk about. Can't take it because it flew out before my prayer's finished. We're going to stick it in here somewhere, though. We're going to check it out, too, just in case it comes back out again. What energy should Leo focus on as it relates to the firm foundation, as it relates to choose wisely in family and friends, as it relates to trapped in fear for career and finance, and as it relates to love, romantic love, memories of love? What are these energies? Okay, so in firm foundation, you're getting the High Priestess, and you're getting the Nine of Fire, and you're getting the Call, Leo. Okay, in family and friends, we're getting the Ten of Water. If my baby girl's watching, that's you. Happy Buddha. My daughter is a Leo. My youngest daughter is a Leo, and this card reminds me of her. That's Judith. Ace of Fire, and Ace of Water. That's beautiful. And in career and finance, we're getting trapped in fear, and you're getting 9 of Earth. You're getting 7 of Earth. And you're getting the Sun. Wow. Okay, now remember, these are energies that we're to focus on during Mercury retrograde. In love, we got memories of love. Now you're getting the World. And the Hanged Man. And the 10 of Earth. Okay, so Leo, I have to know what is going on with you. There are some major cards on this board. You've got the High Priestess. You've got the Call. You've got the Sun. You've got the World, and you've got the Hanged Man. Those are all major arcanas. So it looks like you're getting shifted, and possibly some I don't know. Let's look at the cards and see what's going to happen. Because again, the question was, what energies would be beneficial for you to focus on during the retrograde, right? So in health and wellness, you got firm foundation. Health and wellness is more than just your physical body. It's your mind, your body, and your spirit, right? So with that said, firm foundation is the same as the 4 of Pentacles, and it's about being guarded somewhat and holding on to things. And because this is in this red triangle right here is in his back, this is the color of the root chakra. So this is telling me this is about foundational things that possibly, beliefs that possibly you need to revisit. Okay, and because it's in health and wellness, it could be in everything, your mind, your body, and your spirit, how you treat your body, how you think about life or your life, and what your spiritual practices are. You're getting clarified with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is somebody who kind of walks between both worlds, right? So maybe it's asking you to revisit some practices that you had started to build a new foundation for yourself, some spiritual practices, to start a new foundation for yourself, and you were feeling good and it was working good, and now all of a sudden it's kind of like you've gotten out of the habit, and perhaps it's asking you to revisit it. Or it could be asking you to revisit some some foundational beliefs that you had that are no longer serving you, like it could be about your spiritual life, your religious life. It could be about a lot of things. Because it's the High Priestess, I feel like you're in tune, because this is what's clarifying it. I feel like you're very in tune with your higher self, with your spirit guides, with all that, the otherworldly stuff, and there's something pulling you away from it, or that it's asking you to revisit it on a deeper level, perhaps. You're also getting the 9 of Fire. Okay, so the 9 of Fire is the same as the 9 of Wands in the traditional tarot. In the 9 of Wands, a lot of people call it the wounded warrior. I never really see a wounded warrior there. I see somebody who gets to the end of a long journey and says, really, that's all I had to do? That's how I see it. But this person in the 9 of Fire, Leo, this person has definitely been through some stuff, but she has seen, it's like she's become aware of certain things that she wasn't aware of before. And it's like it's lighting up her life, right? So I feel like Spirit is saying, revisit these things that you found out, because you're going to set yourself a very firm foundation, mind, body, and spirit, whenever you allow yourself to be guided like this, whenever you revisit the things that you learned that really brought you joy, inner joy. And Leo, it's for a purpose. There's some kind of calling on your life. That doesn't mean you got to go be a preacher. It doesn't mean you got to go work on the mission field in a third world country. It just means that that you had a plan before you came here, right? Before we were ever born, we were a soul on the other side. And before we jumped into these bodies, we had a plan for what we wanted to experience whenever we got here. And I feel like they're wanting you to set these firm foundations so you can tap into the call of your soul and live out the life that your soul came here to live. So revisit those things that excited you in your spirit as you started new spiritual practices, and be in tune with the downloads that you get, the little images you get, just whatever those things are. Just be in tune with them and follow those impulses. Okay, so when it comes to family and friends, we have choose wisely. So this is the same as the Seven of Cups in the traditional tarot. This could be all about different options, got lots of options, and it's asking you to choose your options wisely. But because this is coming up in family and friends, I feel like it's saying the same thing just as it relates to family and friends. Sometimes even our own family can be overbearing or can have major ideas about how we're supposed to live our life and how we're supposed to show up in the world. And sometimes our friends do those same things to us. So it's asking you to choose wisely. It's asking you, see this one right here that has the finger pointed? It's pointing toward the light. That's your light. That's your soul guiding you to answer the call that you have on your own life. Okay? So Leo is saying choose wisely as you walk through retrograde with your family and friends. Focus on those things with those family and friends that keep you happy, that keep you in the Ten of Cups. This is the same as the Ten of Cups in the traditional tarot. So if hanging with your family and friends means you can't be happy Buddha, then maybe Mercury retrograde would be a good time to only hang with those family members or those friends who actually do lift you up and actually do fill your spirit. Because we're asking what energies to focus on, I feel like that's what it's saying. Focus on what refills your soul, what refills the joy in your life with your family and friends. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in trying to please others. Focus on those people who are filling up your cups for the journey that you want to walk in your life. And then you have the Ace of Air, and I love, love, love this card. It's kind of like this card in the sense that you went through some things, right, and you saw your light. And it's the same thing, and that's with your own personal beliefs about you and how you show up in the world. And here with your family and friends, you're getting the same, almost the same card, except this was, because it's an ace, it was like a spiritual, like your spirit guides, not that you, let me see, is a gift. It was a gift from the universe that there was something about this that caused this. This Ace of Air is the same as the Ace of Swords, right? There's a new truth about you. Look at that flying unicorn. Isn't that beautiful? This is what I love the most about it. He has jumped right through this portal out of the murkiness of the doldrums in life, out of the murkiness of gotta please others, gotta live my life a certain way, gotta do this, gotta do that, into he's free. He's free to live his best life. He comes straight out of that portal. See, his feet are still kind of in there. He's coming straight out of that portal into his best life. And that's another part of choosing wisely, is that sometimes we forget and we might fall back into those same old routines out of habit or out of loneliness, because sometimes our own journey can make us feel isolated to some extent. But I feel like it's like you have come out of that darkness of with family and friends. You know, especially when they're family and friends, we feel so loyal, and we feel like no matter where we go or what we do, we still have to be their family and their friends. Yes, but you don't have to. We don't have to let them guide our lives anymore. We can respect them and love them for who they are, Leo, but we can still love ourselves enough to live our own life too. Okay? So they're asking you to remember who you are. This is the Ace of Water. Wow, that's like, this is amazing for me. That is like two aces in that same clarification, right? See that pearl right there? Where's it at? It's at the base chakra, right? Whenever we got health and wellness, we're talking about making yourself a new firm foundation. So now when it moves into family and friends, and it's asking you to choose wisely, it's asking you to remember your essence. Remember, look at the color of that portal and the color of that pearl. See how they match? Look at the colors in all these cards, how they match. Isn't that beautiful? They just kind of coordinate with each other. Look at this cloud going right there, and look how it's like he's got a string of pearls right there, and this is the large pearl, right? And there's the string of pearls, the things that he's learned. This happy Buddha. I actually call her baby Buddha, my daughter, not happy Buddha. But anyway, so this is what's asking you to do, Leo. Take that essence of who you are and protect it. Let it be the self-love, let that be part of your firm foundation, that you value yourself as much as you value your family and friends. Okay? So choose wisely, reevaluate or revisit your worthiness and your value in the vastness of all the people that you call family and friends. Beautiful. Okay, with career and finance, I'm getting trapped in fear. Excuse me. So it's asking you to, I feel like, based on all these cards, it's asking you to don't let your mind, especially during retrograde, because sometimes in retrograde things come up that we forget about, that we maybe forgot about, like read the article. Anyway, so or things might just, things get wonky sometimes. Good things happen too. You know, some lost things get returned or you find them, you know, things like that happen. But because this is trapped in fear, I feel like it's telling you as it goes with your career and your finances, it's asking you to get out of your head. You have some goals, there's some things you want to do, and you feel like your finances, your career is never going to allow you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, right? This is a mind game you're playing with yourself, Leo, because look at this guy. He's not that, you know, he's not so huge that he can't crawl through these bars, right? Not only that, he's hiding himself from the light. He's forgetting that his sustenance truly comes from his guides, his angels, his archangels. You know, we go do what we're supposed to do, but truly the opportunities that come, they come from above. They don't, it's the universe working in the background to make sure that we have what our heart truly desires when we believe. But whenever we allow our mind to get the best of us and think this is never going to work. When is it going to work? Is it ever going to work? And then we crawl into this dark hole and the light can't reach us. So it's saying, remember how independent you are capable of being. Okay? Remember that this is where you want to be, total independence, right? She sees things differently. They're not the way that she saw them growing up, and I'm saying she, it could be a he, but they're not the way that she saw them or he saw them growing up. This person sees that they can be independently, financially independent and in peace, right? So it's asking you to remember about divine timing. Remember that there's you do your part and trust that the universe is going to do its part. Trust that your guides, your angels, your archangels listen. And I just want to say this based on something that somebody commented on one of my videos, that they were apprehensive about communicating with their guides and having that interaction. Let me just say this. You don't have to have an interaction with them for them to work for you. You have to just know that they're working for you. And even you don't have to say anything to them, but if you just want to say, hey guys, I know y'all are doing so, I guess I'm hearing all this stuff about you guides and angels and everybody working for me. So I'm going to say thank you. And I'm trusting that that's the truth, and then go on with your day, and don't allow yourself to get trapped in fear. You don't have to be a person who communicates with their guides and has an active relationship with their guides or the angels or the archangels or any of them for them to work for you. You just have to allow the knowledge in your heart to know that it's all right. Everything is all right. Everything's working out in your favor, except whenever we do this. Whenever we do this and we hide from, we get in fear like it's not going to work out. It's kind of like we almost put the car in reverse. So with divine timing, that you do your part, we do our part, and then we allow the universe to do its part. And the card that depicts this in the traditional tarot is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's a guy standing by a bush, right? He has planted a bush, and it has grown, and there's 6 pentacles on it, and 1 pentacle has fallen on the floor, on the ground. So it's either that, okay, it's ripe and it's ready to harvest, or he's trying to decide, is that pentacle something else that he needs to plant? Does he need to replant it? He's thinking about his investment. But he knows that when he plants that bush or that tree or that crop or that dream, anything that he plants, if he goes and digs it up to check on it every day, the universe can't do its job. And the plant never grows. So it's like, it's kind of like, if we want to manifest something in our life, we have to put our intention out there and then leave it alone and go about doing our business, doing whatever's the next best step for us to do, that we're really called to do, that we feel, in other words, you want a new job. Let's just say you want a new job, okay? So you say, okay, universe, I'm ready for a new job. I want to be able to do this, and I want to be able to feel this way, and this way, and I want to work with these kind of people, and blah, blah, blah. This is how I want to be able to show up, all that stuff. You put those intentions there, then you say, thank you, I'm out, and you go about your business. And whenever I say you go about your business, you go to your job, you go do your work, whatever it is that you're currently doing, and trust that the universe is going to open a door for you to move into what it is that you want to. And you may need to send out resumes or whatever, but you have to trust that the universe is going to handle it and bring it into fruition for you. Okay, so it wants you to remember that. Remember that what you plant will grow. If you plant the seed to grow a tree, it'll grow. If you plant fear, that's what's going to grow. It's all about divine timing. This is the other thing they want you to remember. Look at this card. In your career and finances, they've got you. This is the best card to get in the whole tarot deck because it's all about victory, beautiful sustenance. It's about everything's fabulous kind of card. Everything's fabulous. The sun's shining on you. You can feel the warmth of the love of the universe, of God, your creator, your Holy Spirit, whoever it is that you work with. You can feel the warmth and the love of them surrounding you, and you can walk in your truth and be who you truly are, and you can have all of the sustenance that you need, and even more than you need. You walk in total abundance in every area of your life with this card. So it's saying for you, this is what they want you to focus on during Mercury retrograde, that this is coming for you. This is a truth for you. And whether it comes in Mercury retrograde or not, the energy with your job is where they want you, or with your career, with your finances, is where they want you to focus on the fact that you know that they have your back. And this is something very, very real in your future. Okay, so with love, romantic love, you're getting same as the Six of Cups. So it's called memories of love, right? So a lot of people would say that somebody's coming back into your life. It's possible because guess what? Old flames show up in Mercury retrograde. They return. So the question is, are they returning to show you how much they've changed, and that they're going to walk through this with you, and y'all are going to grow together and be together and all that stuff? Or are they returning so that you can actually finally have closure? We don't know. These cards are going to tell us the story. This is about cycles completing and new cycles starting. So I feel like the question just answered itself whenever it said they return, but what is the reason they return? To rekindle that relationship or to revisit it so you can close it? I feel like this card is saying it's time to close that so that they can bring in the new for you. Okay? This is the other thing. They're asking you to look at things from a different perspective. Perhaps they're just kind of got things on hold for a little while because there's some other things that they're working on for you that you're not aware of. It could be anything, but they're asking you just to stay on pause and revisit the way that you want it to be. Same as with this card, revisit the way that you want it to be in your life. Revisit the 10 of Earth. Well, Cheryl, that's about money. Well, yes, it's about money if we're talking about money. But I asked God specifically about love in this category, so that's what he's clarifying. So the 10 of Pentacles, for me, for the 10 of Pentacles is about generational abundance, right? So whenever you look at this card, when you've asked about love, I feel like what it's saying is it's going to be the kind of love that people will, talk about for generations, that there's going to be you're going to have a long legacy. It's going to be the legacy kind of love that you're going to have that's coming into your life, that they're trying to bring into your life. So they want you to refocus on your ideas about what you want. When and if this person comes back during Mercury retrograde, when and if they come back during Mercury retrograde, remember that it is likely for closure because they're wanting to close out a cycle so that you can start a new cycle. So, because this is the generational kind of love, the legacy kind of love is what they've got in store for you. So remember that. Okay, so now we're going to do your PS. Great reading, Leo. It looks like you're on some great journey, and they're wanting you to remember that so that you can stay true to your own soul's calling. Whenever we have a calling in our life, it's not that we were tapped on the other side. Nobody tapped us and said, hey, you're going to do this, okay? No. We as a soul decided what we wanted to do whenever we came here. Remember, this is a free will society. So whenever we're talking about a call, it's the call of your soul to answer your own desire that you had set out for yourself before you ever came here. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us the PS for Leo. Please show us for Leo, what is the PS that goes along with this message, or a whole new message? Show us the PS for Leo, please. What is the PS for Leo as it relates to Mercury retrograde? Please show us the PS for Leo as it relates to Mercury retrograde. Okay. Strength. Look, this is you. This is your card. This is, okay. This is you. This is your card. This is your strength. You are strong enough to answer your own calling. That's what it's saying. You have that strength, Leo. Oh, wow. And there is going to be an offer of love coming. Because of that Six of Cups, I feel like it is going to be an old flame that's coming back. So remember that during retrograde, old flames return for one of two reasons, either to rekindle or just to revisit so that you can close it. But I feel like this is saying that there is an offer of love coming in. It could be, well, look at those two cards. There is an offer of love coming in, but you're looking somewhere else. You're looking for the new cycle. That's how I feel. That's how I'm reading it. And then you've got a King of Pentacles. So you have this this Knight coming in, but it's possibly saying, nope, there's a king out there for you. With your love. And as far as your career and finances, you are the king. You have every ability to create in your life what you truly want. It may not come as fast as you want. After you plant that seed, there's a time that you have to wait for it to grow. So just keep doing what you're doing and know that that this is your outcome. Okay. Leo, great Mercury retrograde reading. I can't wait to see what happens next in our next reading for you. And I've started a new video. It's not a reading, it's a video. It's called Daily Mail. It's usually in the evenings when I finally do release it, but check it out. See if you like it. If you do, great. If you don't, that's good too. But thank you so much for checking in on your readings, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Till then, have a super duper day. Bye.